going to have the unboxing of a JBC Nase 2C Nano rework station. For now it's just going to be just a simple unboxing, and then later on follow up with another video instructions. Follow up with another video and give more detail about the options available. The solder tips that are included, there's 8 in total. Some are duplicated, we can go over them a little bit later, which is pretty good value really, considering these tips are priced around 30 to 40 euros each, so around $40 more or less. So there's 8 of them, so best part of 250, 300 euros or dollars. So we have the solder knife, Nano soldering iron, NT105, the actual station itself, and the NT105 Nano tweezers. Power cable, the pedal, which personally I don't think I'm going to be using it, but it's included in the set anyway, and a little Allen key, which I'm not sure what that's for at the moment, but we'll find out later. Nothing else. So here we have it. Fairly weighty, but not too crazy. We've got the two kinds of for cleaning the tip of the soldering iron. We've got a brush here, which is buried inside. There we go. A brush, and then the mesh. Put that in there. On the back, so there's the front of the unit. So here we have the where the tips go. So they're easy to put on, just a simple slide on, slide off. On the back of the unit, we've just purely got the connection for the soldering iron and the nano tweezers. You can put either one in either position. For the pedal, I should say I don't think I'll be using that. Power, USB connection to connect it onto the computer, so some software that you can use to monitor the soldering and whatever else, and a robot port here, which I'm not really sure what the robot port's for. There's also a USB port there, which I guess that is probably to load programs for soldering programs, the settings. Let's have a look. Something worth mentioning, this is actually purchased online from Amazon. You have to be careful because there's some dodgy sellers out there that seem to be putting things up as new at a discounted price, and then when you come through, then they say you have to contact them first before you can make the purchase to make sure the item's in stock. And so you contact them and let them know what you're interested in, send them your where you are and whatever else, and then they say, oh okay, Amazon's going to contact you and to complete the purchase, and don't worry. And then the next thing you find is you receive an email that looks like it's from Amazon, but it's not, asking you to do a bank transfer, which obviously Amazon doesn't do bank transfers. So I was looking to con the bargain hunter. So that's one thing to be careful of. So this just goes in the back here. 5 pins, let's just see. And a little notch in the bottom there, so to give the orientation. That slips in there quite nicely. And Nano tweezers. Doesn't seem to want to go in there. There we go. And we have the supports. Quite simply slide in there. And just pops in there, and then just feeds through there, through here. Just pops in there, if it wants to go in. There you go. A bit of a squeeze getting that in there, but it's getting there. There we go. Looks like there's 2 settings here, maybe for the 2 different thickness of the cables, so I just wanted to go down to the lower one. There. Apologies, the video quality is not great, but I'm trying to get a half decent webcam, but unfortunately with the current problems with the coronavirus, the 30 or 40 euro webcam's costing 200 to 250 euros if you can find it in stock at all. So I think we'll wait for things to calm down to be able to pick something up a little bit more reasonable in price. And then just pop the power in. Find somewhere for it to go. Out of the way. It's quite a decent length on the cable, so it looks like you'll have plenty of reach. Plenty of reach to do what you want to do. Plenty of movement. Likewise with the Nano tweezers. Sits there quite nicely. And as I say, you've got 8 cartridges or points which are interchangeable between the soldered iron and the Nano tweezers, which is very handy. So what do we have here? That's just, so for now let's just have a look what we have. So you can see the tips that you have. too angled and too straight, like the chisel, two fine-ended ones, and one that's slightly thicker. I've just moved the camera to a bit more stable, stop it bouncing around, and I've also taken out the soldering tips from the cases and just to run through them. So what we get is one C115105, which is a fine pointed tip. We'll move this forward, and that just can slot into here. There's a groove on the tip which slots in. We get one C115103, which is again another fine pointed tip. Put in here. You get two C115105, which are curved and a fine point again, very fine but curved. Put that over here. We have one C115105, which is it's like a rounded end to it. It's not really quite a point. It's like a rounded end. Put that over here. And then also we have a one C115112, which is like a chiseled end. So that's all of the sort of slots taken up now. So what we also have is two C115113. Now these are flat on the two sides, down to a point. So very handy for lifting capacitors or whatever else. So we can pop them straight into the Nano tweezers, for example. So just slide them in here, making sure the machine is off so it doesn't burn you, you don't get burnt. You also have a little wheel on the Nano tweezers which positions the tips so that it brings them in line, so it moves it up and down to align the tips. What you have also got on the front of the soldering station is 4 points here where you can say tip aligner, so you can put the tip in and then just turn it and put it in the position that you want it to be in. You can do it obviously for both sides, and then probably for the best accuracy, pop it underneath the microscope and just fine tune it underneath there. With regards to loading the tips, it just really is just a case of just sliding the soldering iron or the Nano tweezers over, push in, and you're ready to go. To change to another tip, again just pop it on, slide it off, and then just load the next one. So very fast loading of the tips. You know, there's no stopping and starting. It's just a very fluid way of carrying on with the work that you're doing. So something else worth mentioning is you have got a little sort of clips here on the where the mesh, the wire is here for cleaning the tips. And this side you've got like a wool type material for cleaning the tips, and this side you've got like a brush. You can, after some use, you can remove these by just pressing the little clip here to unclip it, and then you can slide this out, and then obviously clean any remains from the tips that have dropped off the tips, or change the material inside as well. There. And then that just clips back in there quite nicely. What I didn't mention earlier was, as you can see, these are stable now. The soldering station does come with a little bag with two little screw ends in them, which at the first glance it seemed that they weren't in here and wouldn't actually go in. At a closer look, the screws are actually already in here, and what comes with the station in the bag is obviously a spare set. So it's just a case of dropping these on and using a little Allen key that's provided just to tighten these up to stop them twisting and turning when you're pulling on the soldering iron or the nano tweezers. I can sit there quite nicely. So that's all ready to go now. It's just a case of putting the power on, and then obviously setting the temperatures and going through the menu system. But we'll save that for another time. For now, that's all. Thanks. Bye bye.